Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome to the session how to build an audit universe for a manufacturing company. Since there will be some international audience which could not understand Urdu language, I will try to keep it in English language. Uh, so people are joining. So let's start today's session. How to build an audit universe for a manufacturing company. Just want to give you a brief about it. That while maybe you were some of you may be from other industries as well. So many of the areas are applicable to your company as well. Just like supply chain, HR function, and some other function. We will discuss it on later. But the methodology, what we will discuss it here, you can apply to your organization as well. So let's start it. So our agenda will be, first of all, we will going to understanding what is the concept of audit universe, and the main thing, the auditable entities we will discuss about it. Coverage of key business process linking the audit universe with audit planning, and the conclusion. So first of all, we will discuss the concept of audit universe. Maybe some of you, they have audit universe within your organization. So there are many support staff, audit executive, audit officer, which not part of the making the audit universe. So this is for them to identify, to note the definition, what is actually the audit universe is. So as per the definition, audit universe is comprehensive list of all possible areas that an internal audit function may examine within organization. It's just like a starting point of your audit. Whenever you are landed at a job within an industry or in an audit firm, and you have been assigned a task to execute the audit planning, first of all, you have to start with developing the audit universe for that organization. If you are landed at a company where there is already existed an audit universe, so you have to start it with that. You have to review that and update that audit universe. It acts as a map or inventory of audit subjects covering business units, processes, system, projects, subsidiaries, and risks. It's just like a blueprint for internal audit coverage. So having this, it ensures that you have covered all the aspect of the company, from sales to production to marketing. Writing it down in this format, audit universe format, it gives assurance that you have assessed, you have reviewed all the auditable units. So having this comprehensive list of audit units in audit universe, it will make your audit planning more effective. So the key characteristics of it: it gives complete coverage, it's dynamic in nature, and it should be linked to the company's strategy and objectives. So just give you a brief about it, that making an audit universe is a starting point for risk-based internal audit. Many of you have asked for the session that internal audit, risk-based internal audit session, they ask for that. So this is the starting point. Understanding with the clarity of making audit universe is just a starting point, and it will make the risk-based internal auditing very easy for your organization. Just give you a brief about it. I got these images from online. It's clearly reflecting the purpose of audit universe. As you see on the left side, the audit universe has just like a multiple sets, multiple units. It is being transmitted through the risk assessment criteria every year, and end result is basically the audit plan. If you see on the right side of the image, You see, starting point is Audit Universe, then there will be risk assessment. The third step will be alignment of risk and with the strategic global goals and objectives. Number four, prioritization of risk. And fifth one, the last thing is the formalization of internal audit plan. So this is the important aspect of making risk-based internal audit plan, and Audit Universe is one of the key part of risk-based internal audit plan. So we are moving towards identifying auditable entities within an organization. So what are the sources, inputs for the preparation of an audit universe? That's more important. Number one is organizational structure organogram. This is the most important. Whenever you start your making an audit universe, you have to ask your HR department to provide you the complete organogram of your organization. In case of listed companies, you find it in the annual report. Just I give you the example of this in that format. This is the organogram of National Foods Company, a listed company, public listed company in Pakistan, where all the departments, section, line of reportings are reflected here. So first of all, you have to get an understanding of this area before starting working on Audit Universe. Then you need to understand the business units, subsidiaries, departments, how much units existed within the company, how much products are there, how much subsidiaries are there within the parent company, how much it's graphically located within the world map. So these are the more important. Second thing, third thing is strategic plan and objective, which helps align audit focus with the business direction. You need to understand what are the key objectives of the business. It could be seen through their strategic map, or you can ask them to provide the companies. They won't share you at that point of time the strategic paper, but you can get an understanding through the annual reports. There are some missions, visions, or different aspects. 5-year plan is these type of thing are being given in the director reports as well. Another thing is the business model and process understanding. For developing an audit universe, if you are in FMCG industry, you need to understand that model. If you are in distribution company, you need to understand the business process. If you are in a pharmaceutical company, if you are in a complex chemical manufacturing company, if you are in a bank, so there are different business models existed. So you need to get a deep understanding of the process understanding and business model to get the clarity which will help you in developing the audit universe. Then you need to have understanding of what ERP and modules they are be using. Are they using in-house developed software ERP, or they bought it off the shelf? They have SAP or they have Dynamics or Oracle they are using. So you need to get an understanding of that so that the risk assessment would be more appropriate after considering the relevancy of the ERPs. Financial statement and trial balance are very important. In listed company, they are easily available through the stock exchanges so that you can calculate the revenue, materiality, and other financial amount of that audit entity. Just like if you are auditing, if you plan sales and receivable, so you need to check from the financial statement what is the receivable balance at the year end, what is the sales amount, what is the discount amount. You need to cross refer it to from the financial statement and trial balances. So this is the important part for making an audit universe. Another thing is important, which is enterprise risk register. If in your organization there is a department which works on the ERM, you need to ask them to provide the list of strategic risk, operational risk, high risk or moderate risk. So that will help you in devising the coverage within your audit universe. In listed companies, you can also find it in their annual report as well. There are some regulatory requirements under which law it is being governed. You need to check that. If you are in Pakistan, you need to know about the relevant laws related to the, just like a manufacturing company, there are environmental laws applicable to that. There is a labor law as well. If you are in the banking sector, you need to understand the requirement of SBP, state bank regulation, anti-money laundering. These type of regulation are more relevant. So you need to understand the regulatory requirement as well to build up the audit universe. After that, the past audit plans and audit universes, if it available to you, or if you were doing for the first time, so you have to draft it from scratch. Then departmental heads feedback in good organization. When you prepare a draft of the audit universe and send it to the relevant people, relevant HODs for their feedback, they give feedback. If we have missed some of the department, they can highlight that this is the good practice which should be adopted. After that, benchmarking with the industry and understanding with the peers. This is also important. If you are working, you need to check out what the other manufacturing company, FMCG companies are doing, so that you have a clarity that you have covered all the major aspect of the audit universe. So we have a case study. We will discuss it today, which is National Foods, which is a listed company. So we will discuss few aspects of it and related the specimen of the audit universe. As we already discussed the organogram, if you just see from the left side, I am reading it out. There is an information IT department, internal audit on the top of it, creating the governance mechanism, as you can see. There is a quality innovation department, supply chain, legal reporting to finance. Then there is a marketing department, human resource. Then there is a different segments, culinary and condiments, and manufacturing. Under manufacturing, there are health and safety, industrial relation, administration, security. These are the broader aspect, and in some organization the line of reporting are differentiated, but more or less the departments what they are having, your organization or manufacturing company, they have more or less similar type of departments existed, but there may be a difference between the line of reporting. So National Foods, just to see the global presence, while making the audit universe, they are in Pakistan, UAE, UK, USA, Canada. They have different subsidiaries. They have 5 offices in 5 continents, 40 countries. They have 300 distributors. This gives you the landscape of the size of the company, which could be seen from the financial report, annual report of the company. If you are in private limited company, there are very few chances available to get this information. Maybe you can ask, you can interview the departments to get knowledge about the company's the legal structure, companies reporting, and companies subsidiaries. Just about the group structure of National Foods, as you can see, it's structure comprised of holding company, which is a parent company. It's a subsidiary of national company specializing in offering conveniently healthy and delicious food choices. So this is the brief explanation about the group structure. So you need to have a clear understanding of this as well. So I am moving towards the another file, which is the specimen of Audit Universe. Just give me a second. Yes. So this is basically the audit universe of National Foods, you can say a food company. So let's start with the coverage of accounting and finance. In accounting and finance, you can see that on the left side, column C is basically the primary accounting function. And the column D is the processes, the subsection, your subdivision, subdepartment, you can say that. And after that, there is a auditable unit, audit process in column E. So In financial reporting, I would say you have multiple areas to audit. Let's say financial statement closing process, which covers the monthly closings, the entries, the postings of the creation of financial statement and trial balance, the related controls. And fixed asset management also comes under the financial reporting, payables function, contingency and commitments, related party transactions, receivable and credit management, advances and prepayments. So this are covered in financial reporting. After that, there is another department which is Treasury Department, which covers bank position, cash flow management, investments and loans, insurance management, and these could also be seen through the financial statement as well. As I already said, that for the purpose of making this, you need to refer financial statement as well. So this could be pointed out from that as well. And with respect to reporting, you need to make it a separate audit process of chart of account. Either you can do it in financial statement closing process as well. So there is another area of finance which is inventory valuation and costing. Some of the areas of FNP, which covers annual budgeting and planning. There is a taxation and tax management planning. So in maybe in your past audit, in your past experience, maybe you have clubbed these as these assignments with different name. So the point is, when you write it down in an audit universe, there will be a clarity that you have covered it or not. So maybe in the coming years, you will perform audit of not all of these entities. Maybe you pick 3 from them in the first year and 4 from them in the next year. So it will be covered into 3 to 4 years. The complete audit processes will be covered. So just to elaborate, just to list down here, I have compiled all the related areas in that domain. You can apply it to your companies as well. There's a legal department. If it is not comes under the finance department, you will list down separately as well. Just like if it is a listed company, you can cover the take a process of code of corporate governance and secretarial compliances, labor law compliances, which is crucial for the manufacturing company. And there is also the legal compliance requirement, which is Competition Commission of Pakistan Act, environment laws and related compliances, which is very important. And there are some cases and litigations which could be an audit process, and it is a very high risky aspect, because in some organization there are many cases which will result maybe in sometimes negative, which could have an impact on the financial statement. Maybe you have some cases which you not won, so that there will be a liability or penalty you need to pay. So this is very crucial for your compliance. Then there will be HR and admin area. What areas you can cover within the HR department? Attendance and payroll management. Payroll management, you can cover it along with the finance. There will be a coordination, and in many areas which we will discuss here, there may be some overlapping between other departments. So there must be a one key department main, and there will be a support department as well. You can make it in that way. Human resource, manpower budgeting and recruitment, travel management, staff allowances and claims, hospitalization, which also covers insurance claims as well, performance management, annual incentive distribution, employee loan and advances, training and development, employee separation. So this is the if in some organization you will be performing human resource management as a single audit unit, that is possible as well. And in many organizations, you see different these processes. It depends on the maturity of the organization, practices of the organization. In some cases, whenever there is a start of audit within an organization, like there was no process auditing exists within an organization, so you have to start with the complete human resource management audit in the single auditable unit. In this auditable unit, you will cover separately. This would be your scope of work. Whenever your organization moves to the maturity level, so your audit universe will be break down in further units so that the audit planning could be made with respect to the risk of each of these auditable units. So this will elaborate, I will discuss in later. Okay, there will be head office administration areas which needs to be covered in the audit universe: fleet management, security of head office. So next come is the information technology, IT audits. There is IT governance and strategy, ITGC, which is the core area which internal auditors normally cover by themselves or through the IT auditor services. IT infrastructure operations audit, ERP and core applications, cyber security, and information security. So these areas, you may not have the required skill set to execute these areas. You are maybe required to have in your team the IT auditor, or you can ask some outsourced person to perform these audits. It should be part of your audit universe, and you can while performing risk assessment, you need to rate these areas as well. Just like this is very important: disaster, business continuity, and disaster recovery. This is very important for the business. So you can have expert on this to perform audit if you don't have knowledge of these areas. So plant operation, this is the technical side. The manufacturing you won't find in the distribution model business, in service industry, or in the bank industry. This is specifically to the manufacturing company. Let's discuss about the mechanical and E&I maintenance. E&I is basically electrical and instrument maintenance. So in a manufacturing company, there is a heavy mechanical plant and machinery existed at the plant side at the factory location. So there will be two departments, mechanical and E&I. They are the separate department. You can make separate plan for these two departments or joint plan for these two departments. Just like in my previous company at Atak Cement, there was a separate department. Even in Angro, there was some separate department. So you can execute it initially jointly, then you can separate it. So what will be the coverage? The preventive and predictive maintenance, whatever is the plan. Then the corrective breakdown maintenance, which is unplanned maintenance. Capital work in progress, the project which ongoing, you need to check how they are monitoring, how the cost is being monitored. Calibration of equipments, work order management. This is very important as well, work order management, because whenever these departments perform maintenance work, they create work order in the system, and there is a proper workflow of this work order, and there is a history which is being made against each machinery within the plant maintenance system. So this is very important for the timely closure, for monitoring, for reporting of the work order. And there are some critical work orders as well, some urgent work orders as well. And there are some project management you can overview during the audit. So you can make a wholesale audit process of this by this naming this audit unit, creating this audit unit, or maybe later on you can break down in this levels. Then there will be factory administration and IR section, which comes under plant operation. IR is basically industrial relation. So it covers the labor management, labor issues, CBA, collective bargaining agent, which is the agreement between the labor and the management. So you will be conducting audit for this as well, and maybe you can make it the collective audit process and cover these in it, because they are these are the huge areas which require specific attention. So I request and recommend to make it separate auditable units within your plan. Labor management, factory administration area, scrap management, which is very crucial. These are very risky areas. security management. You are not expert of security, but as a general or in general, as a general receiver of the security, you can assess with the required audit procedures, fleet and pool car management, and there will be production end-to-end audit. The manufacturing facility, you need to start from the raw material till the preparation of finished good. This auditable unit is a single unit. You can break down as per the requirement of the industry. There may be some work in progress, some byproducts, some different derivatives of the products. This could be possible. It could be break into multiple areas. Just like in my past organization, we have made the production department split into production audit of caustic soda separately and production audit of PVC separately. Then there will be another area which comes under plant operation, which is health and safety, and environment, HSC management. So this is very specialized area as well, and very vast area, and very critical for the company. If it is a manufacturing company having a plant which having chemicals at the side, gases at the side, this will be very crucial for the auditor to coverage, because this is very high risk area. There are multiple steps, multiple stages. Maybe someday in future we will discuss it, the coverage of health and safety audits. So this should be part of your audit universe. Then there will be quality R&D, FRA. In the food industry, I would say there's a quality assurance department which perform inspections of raw material, work in progress, and the finished goods. So you need to check that all the areas are being covered in this quality inspection auditable units. This is just one liner of auditable unit. While making the scope of work, obviously you will elaborate, or you will cover all the detailed areas of this quality inspection, timeliness, and the reporting, and the system, and the mechanisms. And there will be some research and development, maybe in food industry, just like I discussed national foods. There are some trials, and there are some recipe which needs to be saved at an appropriate level. So trials and recipe management is very crucial for them, that considering the confidentiality, considering that it should remain constant throughout the production process. Nobody is allowed to change the recipe, which also depend upon creating a BOM, bill of material, which is issued to the production. So this is very also crucial area. Then there is R&D, stock and inventory handling. This is the separate area, which there are very few things which auditors could check. It could be adopted as it could be merged with other processes. Then this is the whole plant related, which we have already discussed. Then now we are moving to the sales and marketing. Maybe you have seen this. This is a long list of sales and marketing. In your organization, you have covered in order to cash process. That's a good thing, but there's a very long process to cover. And you need to break it in multiple sub processes to make it more focused and more risk based auditing. Just like if I would discuss the trade marketing, this covers entity product visibility management, how they monitor and management and report the visibility of the product FMCG in the market. Trade schemes, buy one get one free, 50% off, 20% off. These trade schemes are being approved by relevant authorities. So these all have the direct financial impact for the business. Sales forecast analysis. This comes under the trade marketing department of an FMCG. Then there will be a consumer marketing. Consumer marketing covers the marketing above the line, below the line marketing, which you can see on the billboards, on the newspaper. This all covered under this. Then they also work for the new product development, and there is also come recent digital marketing and e-commerce. This is the emerging process of the manufacturing company. Many companies are handling by themselves the digital marketing and the e-commerce section of their company. Even in our company, there's a dedicated department, dedicated personnel who is dealing with the Food Panda, the Daraz, and other e-commerce businesses. So this is being expanding. You have to make it in your audit universe. And there will be consumer marketing. In consumer marketing, there will be consumer complaint management, which is very key for the business sustainability. And there is another process which is copyrights and trademark, which comes under, maybe it comes under legal or some other department. Maybe you can refer it here. It very company to company. The trademark of the company, the copyright of the brand, this is very important. That the counterfeit product, how did they approach to the counterfeit product, what is the policy of the company, they can lodge a case within the courts. So how they are dealing with it, this is very key for the business. Then comes the sales operations, basically the main sales of the business. So in the first line, you can see the field force salary and incentive. This is a huge amount. If you have a sales force of around 1,000, just like in the pharma company, there is a huge amount which is being spent here. So this should be separately processed, highlighted in your audit universe. Then this is the order processing, invoicing, and dispatches. Just I already mentioned the order to cash area. So this is covered in the order to cash area. If it is already there, you can avoid the repetition. Product returns, claims, execution. In FMCG, the product claims numbers, returns claims number are high. You need to design as a separate audit process. Customer and distributor management. Since FMCG deals in the product which is being sold through the distributors, there are very few customers, just like few direct customers, just like Imtiaz, Chase in Pakistan, where directly material supplied, goods supplied to the end consumer. Otherwise, 80 to 90% of the sale is being supplied through distributors. So you need to assess the distributor management of the company, which is very key for them. Product pricing, obviously, this is very relevant, which could be covered on under order to cash for cycle. It could be made part of that. Retail and product availability management. LMT business, which is basically the marts and the large mega superstore business, which is on the rise. This could be made separate segment or could be merged with other process. Distributor performance conformity through market visit. This could be merged through in distributor management as well. And there is an export section. If the company has export, just like the national foods, a huge amount of exports, and they export to their subsidiaries as well. So there will be a transfer pricing element as well. You need to check that. So you need to make it either separately or you need to make a part of sales management audit. I think initially it should be part of the sales management, and in the later years you split exposed to in a separate based on the findings of previous audits. And this is supply chain is basically the last part of our audit universe. First of all, it shows procurement to procure to payment, which covers local and import procurement, local services, vendor management, and the payment end-to-end process. This could be split in multiple processes. Let's say in your scope, this is only covers local procurement in 1 year and imports in second year, local services in the first year, or vendor management in the second year. If you have numerous assignment, it could be split in different ways as well. Or you can make it a single process as well, procure to payment. It will cover all of these elements. Then there will be a warehousing of finished goods. Finished goods, it covers finished good in hand. You will perform obviously stock counts in this. At the third party location, at the 3PL services, we have 3PL services like your goods is with the party which is held responsible for managing then delivering to the customers. And in some locations, the spaces are rented out and our employees will sit there and executing all the duties. This is third-party locations. And there are in transit, you need to check this. So you can make it as a single process at this level, warehousing FG. And there is other raw packing stores and spares. This is a separate area. You can't merge it with the FG. If the quantum of the business is very large, you need to separate it with the raw packing and stores. I have seen in some organization this stores and spares even separated from raw and packing. It depends on the organization to organization. So you can make it as per the requirement. Material resource planning, how the material is being planned, you can cover it in procurement as well. Logistics, the logistic, you have multiple warehouses at multiple locations within Pakistan. So based on this, you can plan the effectiveness of this logistics. So these were few of the slides, uh, few of the areas which I want to highlight. Just last thing, I will just show it to you. So this file is basically the risk file of risk-based auditing. I have listed down all the auditable units which I have shown to you in my previous Excel file, and the department and the section. Now this is the starting point for the risk assessment. You have developed the parameters, different parameters of risk assessment. What is the value? What was the finding? Is there a new system or not? What is the score? Either it is high, low, or medium. So this is, first of all, you need to gather the data. Then you will be applying the risk assessment criteria, risk assessment methodology. Maybe in future we will be having a session on risk assessment as well, which is very important. So first of all, you need to gather all the areas of Audit Universe, and in the later stages, obviously you need to design the risk assessment methodology within your company so that risk-based audit plan could be prepared. So this is what I have planned to deliver it today in the brief session. Maybe in some other session, we can discuss this in detail, how the risk assessment is being performed, how the planning, what is the methodology, what is the heat map. So, so there will be a separate session for this. So inshallah, we will be having this session in the coming week. So stay with us. There are few questions. Let me run through so that I can reply few of them. Please email us the Audit Universe format. Sure, I will give it to you. Yes, share the format. Please email us the docs with the presentation too. Please share it possible. You have given the email. Please share the. So everybody is asking for the slide and template. So inshallah, I will be sending all of you. This is the healthy participation from all of you, so that we can learn and grow as an industry professionals, and all the audit requirements which is required as per the industry standards, we can follow that, and we will stay connected through LinkedIn, through email. Thank you for your time. Stay blessed. Khuda Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.